Hello, this is a review for the NCE, and today we're going to go over Domain 1, Professional Practice and Ethics, and we are going to be covering subset L and M. L is obtaining informed consent, and what they refer to as informed consent is something that is usually done in the intake, or if it can't, for some reason, it can't be done in intake, then usually it's done at the beginning in the first session or so. You do not want to start any type of counseling or therapy without an agreed upon informed consent that is signed and again explained in the client's language. And the reason for that is because that puts you in with a lot of liabilities, because then the client can say, well, I was never informed of this, you never explained that, if I express self-harm, you would breach confidentiality. Why didn't you explain that to me? And that could, the burden is on the counselor, because again, the counselor is the professional. They're the ones that are trained. So again, if things are my word against the clients, then the burden of proof is always on the professional. So think about it like that whenever you're preparing for the NCE. Subset M says discuss confidentiality as it applies to electronic communication. And again, this is similar to what we were talking about in the previous subsets with social media. Now communication is being done electronically, whether it's through cell phone, email, social media. All of that has to be explained to the client what is and isn't appropriate, because many clients, they may think, because of their history, or maybe of issues of abandonment, they might think that having to send messages or having to notify you of small things is appropriate. So part of that is explaining to the client, if you were to contact me, what are the steps and what is and isn't appropriate, right? If you have to cancel, how should the counselor be notified and within what time framework? If you want to share something with me, how should you go about that? Should the client journal and write those feelings and thoughts out, and then bring that journal to a counseling session? Or, are they to communicate that in another form, right? And with electronic communication, it's important to talk about the notion of confidentiality. Personally, I tell my clients I only communicate in a very minimal way, right? So, I'm going to be available for the session. I'm currently logged in to the platform. If you need a counsel, just let me know. All of that. It's not a lot of details. I don't even identify when I send a message, because I don't want it to be viewed by someone, or misinterpreted by a third party. So those are just some things to keep in mind. Again, subset L, obtain informed consent. That is absolutely crucial. And then the subset B, discuss the way that electronic communications is to be used, and how those boundaries should be set. And if those boundaries cannot be set, then what are some of the methods to go about it, right? What are some of the resolutions?